Got a little bit of Star Wars news to go over with you guys. I wanted to catch up on some stuff because we got some Mandalorian developments, a little bit of Disney stuff to go over, and the media, of course, doing their usual thing when it comes to defending companies. Disney as a company, not doing very well. I've talked about this in a previous video, but I wanted to point out once again that their revenues have shrank over 22% from the previous quarter a year ago, which is pretty bad. It's not good. All right. So they're not doing good. They're losing money, okay, going through the coffers, spending money so that they can grow Disney Plus, which I want to point out it's at 100 million subscribers now. I believe the number is 250 million for this to be a profitable thing for them. So by that, I mean, I believe how this will work. So since theaters are dead, right? Theaters aren't coming back anytime soon, at least not to what they were. For them to make the amount of money that they would have made with a blockbuster hit in the theaters, they need 250 million subscribers on Disney Plus, which is quite a bit, but they're almost halfway there. They also do have some problem with churn, right? So after Falcon and Winter Soldier go off the air, after that show's done, what else do they have really coming down the pipeline? They're going to go into another blackout period where they have no new content, which is not good for them. And then who knows how long it'll take for them to pump out all those Star Wars shows they're talking about making, like 15 shows. Oh, the Bad Batch is coming too. But I really don't think the Bad Batch is going to have the same effect that The Mandalorian had for them, because that's a CGI animated series. I really don't see that picking up in popularity quite like The Mandalorian did. So they're going to be in a little bit of an odd spot. Okay. But hey, let's go ahead and double down on giving Gina Carano the finger and say, hey, Kathleen Kennedy, going to be the top dog of Lucasfilm for years to come. Look forward to having Kathleen Kennedy as the CEO for years to come. Okay, so Star Wars, not gonna do that well. I have super low hopes for Star Wars. I really don't see it ever coming back to greatness. With Kathleen Kennedy at the helm of this franchise, I really just don't see things ever turning around. And it's a shame. You had a great thing, and Disney just decided to torpedo it down a toilet. They really did. And it's such a shame that such a loved franchise has just been absolutely destroyed. But the media, they're not going to comment on any of this. Of course not. If anything, they're going to double down. They're going to double down on same tired ass rhetoric. This is from March 5th. So just a few days ago. And they say, racist trolls may think they own Star Wars, but the saga's diversity issues are not cut and dried. This is a rather interesting hit piece that they put out on Star Wars fans, because basically what they are assuming in this article is that, well, because the older stuff, particularly Jar Jar Binks and Guado, who, if you don't know who that is, or is it Guado, the guy who owned Anakin Skywalker and his mother, he was based on some stereotypes and stuff like that. And that is apparently what attracted these Star Wars fans to the series. And they think they own it because of this. And it's a culture. And then basically it's the Disney trilogy that really set things back on the right track. But it still had some problems, right? It still had some problems. And then they talk about Kelly Marie Tran again. And it's just it's a Disney defense. A Disney defense, which I would expect nothing less from the media. They are always going to come and set their sword and shield for the company and never the people, which is odd because you would think that, it should be the other way around. It should be these people going after the companies and being there for the people, but whatever. So, bunch of BS, basically, but you've really got Disney under attack right now because of what they did to Gina. So naturally, these outlets need to jump up because we need to always distract from the truth, right? Because the truth is, when you say that these people, they don't like strong women, these fans don't like strong women, they don't want to see strong women in these roles, and then they all praise and love Gina Carano, who is a very strong, independent woman, playing a strong, independent woman in the Star Wars franchise. It kind of just sets that narrative on fire that they're a bunch of istophobes that don't want to see a woman in their franchise. And so what do? You got to get rid of her. Eventually, because the media won't cover any of this, they're banking on the fact that everyone will forget about Gina Carano and Cara Dune. And then, they can go back to that narrative. Whoa, they didn't watch it because they didn't like women. Stuff like that. So, they just ignore the fact that her merchandise sold like crazy and that everyone loves her. We can go ahead and forget about all that. We can go back to the same BS that we've been spitting for years, which is basically the plan there. And then finally, we have this announcement, which is baffling in some ways. Why aren't they going to publish this book? From what I understand, it was going to be 2 books. This is from Star Wars Books at Del Rey Star Wars. Due to the ever-expanding world of The Mandalorian, we will no longer be publishing the Mandalorian original novel at this time as the story continues to unfold on screen. We love working with author Adam Christopher and are already working with him on a different book. We're excited to share details with you in the future. Now, isn't that interesting? A Mandalorian novel has been canceled. Now, everything gets an original novel adaptation. All the Star Wars movies have them, and some of them are actually quite good because they let you hear what's going on inside the protagonist's head, and you get to get a little bit more detail, added with the movie. So I recommend reading all of the adaptions to the original trilogy. They're very good, and you get a lot of stuff. You can go ahead and skip. The Disney trilogy. It's really funny. If you really want to understand the mess that Rise of Skywalker is, you absolutely need to read that damn book. It's quite funny. The Rise of Skywalker is the first movie to have required DLC. You need books and guide novels and all kinds of shit to understand what was going on in that mess. It's a complete mess. But so The Mandalorian is not getting a novel, and it was getting one. Now, is this because of Cara Dune, Gina Carano? Yeah, I don't know. I see some stuff here I saw in Ryan's video. He was talking about how Pedro Pascal is going to be the lead for The Last of Us HBO show, which is true. And I believe Pedro Pascal said that show is going to take precedent over The Mandalorian. And that's understandable because you actually get to see his face in that show. So, the rumor is basically that he's going to quit The Mandalorian. I don't know if that's entirely true. I do think that he's going to just lend his voice and dub it. Maybe once in a while show up to take his mask off. And that'll be it. That'll be the end of the show right there for him. It's interesting to think about, though. So I wonder, how deep does this run? Why are they canceling this? Because it would sell. There's people that would love to read this book, but it's being canceled, and we're not really getting any information as to why. It is funny to watch the backlash, though, to even this post of people coming in here and saying, what's up with this, all the Gina stuff, Pedro. What was this guy's name? It's not Pedro Pascal, Pablo Hidalgo right here. When he went after Star Wars theory and stuff, that created a big backlash as well. But here we go right here. This one is canceled. This is apparently the book right here. So a lot of people would have liked to have read it. They're basically just throwing it out, and I wonder why. Right? I wonder why. Why are they canceling this book? Very interesting, considering The Mandalorian prints dollars. Well, at least it did print dollars. Whether it will now or not, I don't know, but that's going to remain to be seen. But anyway, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about all this? I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I will see all of you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.